u/Rutham345 says, The Ups and Downs of Rolling 20s. This is the second part of this series. Make sure to check out the first part, top right. This story begins right around the 10th or so session, not long after the helicopter incident. The four of us, now at level 7, head to the small town of Daybreak, which we'd found after exploring an abandoned factory and meeting some survivors who lived there. The town was mainly the place to meet NPCs, as well as buy supplies, upgrade gear and weapons, etc. Rudy, my character, didn't have anything to do since his weapons and gear were already pretty good, so to save on time, I had him stay at the pub for a little while, because what good D&D game doesn't have a tavern of some sort? Dustin was getting his guns upgraded at the Tinker, my version of a modern blacksmith, and Doc was buying some ammo from George, the arms dealer. But where was Hatman, you may be asking? Well, you'll find out in a second. After a few hours of in-game play, Rudy, Dustin, and Doc all end up at the pub, getting some cheap beer for 10 credits and having a few laughs. We talk to Fritz, the bartender, who informs us about a rogue group of survivors that were kidnapping people and forcing them into slavery. More on that later. Anyway, the three of us are all talking when, all of a sudden, the saloon doors open with a loud bang. Everyone in the pub whirls around to see none other than Hatman striding in, though he looks a bit messed up. His hair is blown to one side, he's covered in soap, and he straight up smells like burnt hair. Rudy, Dustin, and Doc all look at him with concern as he walks over and orders a beer. "What happened?" Dustin asks. "Nothing," Hatman responds curtly. Before anyone else says anything, the saloon doors slam open once again, revealing a rather stout man, sporting black eyes and a bloody lip. The newcomer takes a quick look around before his gaze lands on Hatman. "You!" he roars, stomping over to him. "Give me back my crap!" he yells. "No! Finders keepers!" Hatman responds. "That was my crate, you jackass!" Now, understandably, Rudy and the others are all rather confused, so Hatman gives a quick rundown of what happened. Apparently, Hatman, while looking around the town, had found a supply crate outside a mysterious warehouse on the outskirts of town. He'd been in the middle of looking through it when the man had appeared and, upon finding a strange dude stealing his shit, tried to blow him up. Obviously, it didn't work. After a couple minutes of arguing, the guy, who is revealed to be a Tannerite, a rare class human type enemy, wants to take his stuff back by force. Something the rest of us aren't okay with, and so a fight begins. A quick initiative roll has the Tannerite going first, so I roll for his attack. Immediately, the Tannerite whips out a triple pipe bomb, a bomb capable of dealing insane amounts of damage, lights its fuse, then tosses it at our feet. Now, since there's a small fuse time, we only had one opportunity to dodge the attack, but only one. Rudy rolls a 5, Doc rolls a 2, and Hatman rolls, guess what, another 5. At this point, all of us are freaking out, because while we probably won't die from the attack, it will severely injure us. We all hold our breath as Dustin rolls, saying he wants to throw all four of us over the bar counter and escape the explosion. Now, this is a difficult task, which requires a higher roll than usual, which only increases the stress we're all feeling. Dustin picks up the die, shakes it, and slowly rolls. The dice bounces across the table and lands on an 18. Dustin quickly grabs all of us and throws us over the counter before leaping over himself mere milliseconds before the bomb goes off, blowing up a good deal of the bar and dealing a small amount of damage to all of us. We all recover well. Dustin leaps back over the counter and withdraws his mini sledgehammer, rolling to attack. A nat 1. The Tannerite dodges the blow and, in return, punches him right in the face, causing Dustin to stumble back. Rudy pushes forward with his heavy fire axe at the ready, rolling a 10 on the attack and managing to deal some damage. Unfortunately, Doc and Hatman's attacks both fail, so it's the Tannerite's turn to attack. A 14. He throws another pipe bomb, a smaller one this time, while simultaneously withdrawing a baseball bat and landing a hard hit on Doc, knocking the wind out of him. All of us roll well and manage to dodge the blast, and now it's our turn to attack. Dustin rolls. A nat 20. Now, the house rules state that if a player rolls a nat 20 on an attack roll, they will automatically kill the enemy they're attacking and get an automatic execution. To anyone who doesn't know, an execution can occur when a player lands the killing blow on an enemy. If the execution is successful, the player can personally describe how they kill the enemy, and they get double the XP from the particular enemy. So, Dustin proceeds to describe how he uses his mini sledgehammer to first break the Tannerite's arms, then break his legs, then, to finish it off, cave in the dude's skull like a jack-o'-lantern 3 days before Halloween. Quite gruesome. Anyways, after the fight is over and done with, and all of us pay Fritz 20,000 credits to pay for the damages to the bar, we made Hatman pay most of it, since it was his fault. We did a quick search of the dead guy's body, and what do we find? This guy was part of a rogue group of slavers. In his pockets, we found a few notes of his previous excursions and a map of the group's usual spot for kidnappings, as well as where one of the holding chambers were. We look over the papers for a few minutes, all looking at each other. "What do you guys think?" Doc asks. "Want to take on some slavers?" After a couple moments, we grin. "Hell yeah,